Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing EIK WM France deck G456 game with Montu, Toolden, and Maruska. So I haven't streamed in a little bit, so we're on a bit of a heater, so hopefully we can keep that up here. On a bit of a win streak, which is nice. Looking at this first pile, I think the pick is probably Casino Manager. Social Climber is pretty good. Stone Carver is... I wouldn't take Stone Carver here, but Social Climber maybe Wealthiest European. But I think the first pick is Casino Manager here. And then I'm looking for something that gives me cheaper stables or fences. And being the one to have it in hand can be quite nice. Oh man. With Casino Manager certainly wants to family growth a bunch of times. That could be good for a card like Chief. Alternatively, like Diligent Farmer, if I can do stables and pastures and one other thing, like fields or vegetables or something, then I could Diligent Farmer, get a family growth that way, get another room that way. Wood Collector is just like a classically really good card. Art Director is pretty good. I think I'm going to take Wood Collector here. I'm going to still hope that I get some way. If I get like a family growth even without room card of some kind, I could still stay on 3 rooms and still compete for Casino Manager. Wood Collector is a fantastic card. Chief and Diligent Farmer are both interesting. I think one of them might actually come back, just because there's like a lot of like small house cards in this set, and so hopefully my opponents are going for them, and the odds that there are a bunch of players going for big house strategies are usually not that high. Okay. Yeah, so a card like Plow Deal Maker can help me get to the scoring 4 points from fields. Coal Miner. I don't think Coal Miner is that good. I don't think using Stone Accumulation Space is that strong. I think I might just take Expert Builder here. If there are a bunch of players building a lot of rooms, then Expert Builder might be playable. Expert Builder is not great, but in this game it might be good. Oh man, and now we've got Mason's Apprentice. Wow. And Indentured Servant. Now the nice thing about Mason's Apprentice and Expert Builder is that I can put like Reader Stone on it and keep getting it back. The problem is my opponents can just put wood and then it's useless for me, and the Expert Builder doesn't do anything. I haven't seen a great source of stone. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take Mason's Apprentice here. A card like Village Fool might not be bad. Village Fool can toss away bad cards and let you just focus on your game. I think Old Miser might be an interesting choice here. If there are a ton of players like aggressively growing, then Old Miser makes it way easier for you to feed, and especially if feeding is tight in this game. Alternatively, a card like Seasonal Worker, of course, if you get any combos on the day labor space, can be good. I'm going to guess with Casino Manager and 4 stables that my point ceiling is going to be high enough that I can absorb the difficulty Old Miser will give. We're going to try. Let's try this Old Miser. And then with Old Miser in hand, a card like Stone Carver actually will pay for a lot of our feeding on its own. Could also maybe take Water Carrier here. But you don't know when the well will come out. Yes, I have a lot of early game occupations. Like, I actually want to spam occupation as pretty aggressively. Like, I definitely want Expert Builder out as soon as possible. Old Miser you want out before the first harvest. Stone Carver usually you want out. Although Stone Carver I probably don't need to play before the first harvest. I can probably play it before the second one. Wood Collector you want out early. Casino Manager you want out by round 5, ideally. Let's try this. So, Montu is streaming over at twitch.tv/gamermontu, so you should definitely check him out. And when I go away for a week, then there's other Agricola content going on, which is nice. Well, I'm a little afraid of passing Master Fencer to Toolden if Toolden took, like if Toolden took the Stonehouse Reno cards, which there were a bunch of them. Like, if he took Mason's Apprentice and then he gets Master Fencer, that could be a pretty strong game. But it is very expensive still, because you need a lot of stone. So I think probably the best card for me... Well, Crop Rotator is really good for point ceiling, and Diplomat is really good for point ceiling as well, because you get to go on Plow Sow, or Reno, or whatever it is you need to get on. So for me, between one of those two, Diplomat, Crop Rotator. If I'm going to do a big house, getting on Reno as late as possible might be appealing. Alternatively, there is Crop Rotator. Crop Rotator is quite good as well. But Crop Rotator is only good if you actually get a sow action. And I'm not sure. I might be sowing quite late. Like, I might only sow once. So if I'm only going to sow once, Diplomat is much better. And these are not great. Coal Miner with Stone Carvers may be playable. Mushroom Collector giving passive food, though, with Old Miser. Like, Mushroom Collector could, like, feed me pretty much on its own, which is not normally doable, so... Alright, well, pretty sure the pick here is Pole Barns. Yeah, like, Reed Pond is good. Reed Pond is really good, but Pole Barns... saving me 4 wood on my stables. So I only need to build 1 stable naturally. Yeah, pole barns is like pretty much exactly what I wanted to see. Wow, and then we have expansion plans and rock pyramid. Oh my god. If I had first picked social climber this draft, like everything that the social climber draft needs basically has come around. I don't think I want to be the one playing Plow Feast. I think I'm happy to benefit from it. Leftovers seems okay. I'm not sure what I'm gonna fence though. Usually leftovers you want to fence. If I can get 3 points out of it, that's pretty good. So I would need to do it by the end of like ideally by the 3rd harvest. Yeah, probably leftovers is the pick here. I'm not gonna take. I could hate draft something. Maybe I'll hate draft rock pyramid on the rebound. But yeah, I'm just passing an incredible hand to Toolded. If renovation is round 5, we might be like really screwed, and he gets it. I think I'm probably not gonna take chocolate here. I might not play a major for a while if I'm feeding off of mushroom collector and or stone carver. We've got another Stonehouse card. Like, oh man. Liquid manure is playable, but I think the pick here is Tuileries Garden or Crib. Tuileries Garden is a little awkward because I want to use my stone to renovate to a stone house and maybe to feed, but the effect of Tuileries Garden would be really strong for my game. Crib giving passive food is good as well, but I think the pick is Tuileries. Yeah, so engineering. Someone can get to a stone house someone can get to a stone house the round that reno comes up. Because the way you could do it is you reno to clay and then you play engineering reno to stone and then you start playing your stone house cards. Oh man. And the fact that you save stone is actually so important. Like, you could save 2 stone and a reed off of it. Like, which lets you Mason's Apprentice build faster. Oh, man. The thing is, I'm passing all these great miners to Toolden, and if Toolden took Businessman, or if he start players a bunch, like, that's just going to destroy my game. Well, I think we just take Cash Crop here. With Diplomat, we should be able to sow on Cash Crop at least in the last round. I don't think I can take engineering here. I think there's better stuff. And again, like, Pastureland is quite good for me. I could take Clockwork Man just because it supports Tuileries Garden. Like, it can get it out that little bit faster. But the problem is it also slows it down by costing a stone. Yeah, but I think Pastureland is actually quite a good card. I'm surprised it's coming all the way around. It gets drafted a bit lower than it should, I think. Well, hopefully Reno comes around 7. If it doesn't, okay, I'll definitely take expansion plans here. I know it's a dead card for me, but I'm not going to pass that to Toolden just on the off chance he's drafted the Stonehouse game. It's possible nobody drafted the Stonehouse strategy. It's possible. Like, if Maruska took. If Toolden passed Social Climber, then Maruska might be getting these Stonehouse cards, but the way that they're all getting passed around tells me, yeah, there might not be a player playing them. Liquid Manure actually here is actually great. It works with Tuileries Garden. Like, it's actually quite nice. The only problem is I don't have that many playable miners. Like, Cash Crop, Tuileries Garden, Leftovers. The thing is, they're all like fairly expensive. Like, I need to get to three occupations quite quickly. If I don't, then I'm gonna have a hard time playing miners efficiently. But I mean, I want to play Expert Builder early. I want to play Old Miser early. I want to play probably Mushroom Collector early. Yeah, I should be able to build 5 rooms here, I think. I think Expert Builder and how much my opponents are going to play, how many rooms my opponents are going to build. Expert Builder should give me like a quite high payoff. And if anyone Mason's Apprentice builds, like that's guaranteed to be useful resources. Like either a reed to Reno or a stone to Reno. Like, alright, and we started first. I will play. I'll play Mushroom Collector here. Then I can play Expert Builder. Then I can play Old Miser. And Casino Manager can come in round 5 if it needs to. Yeah, Mushroom Collector will get me the wood to play on the expensive occupation space, which I'm probably going to want to do in round 3 and 4. So I think that seems good. Sheep come in round 1, so there should be a good amount of food available, but depending on how aggressively people grow, you never know. Stonecutter. Stonecutter is a nice card in this game. I would have liked Stonecutter. So I'll activate my Mushroom Collector, leave a wood, and get 2 food. And Toolden plays Rock Pyramid. Decided not to go for expansion plans, so yeah, this probably means Toolden is going for Reedstone Food again, and probably means that they did draft Mason's Apprentice. And then if they took Social Climber, thing is with engineering you don't even need Social Climber as much because engineering saves you almost as much stone. But yeah, we'll wait and see. There's also Diligent Farmer out there. There's some silly stuff to say it. Yeah. Reedstone food. Yeah. So I think very likely that Toolden probably took engineering and probably has Mason's Apprentice. Especially with that rock pyramid play. Yep. Well, we get occupation here, which we're happy about. Definitely wanted to get on occupation. Okay, so we play an occupation. We could play wood collector here, but there's a bit of a timer on expert builder. So let's get expert builder out before anyone starts building rooms. I'll put a stable and a fence just to mark the build room space, remind people to put stuff on it. Looks like Montu's getting occupation. I would like if Montu could start player ideally, but I don't think that's likely. If Montu plays an Ock, what should I do? Will I just mushroom collect again? I might. Oh, that works. Stone support, yep. So we will definitely just play an occupation. Let's put a stable up there. So we'll play an occupation again. It would have been nice to play the opposite way and save a food, but oh well. Do we play wood collector here? I think we do. Whoops, not food. What am I doing? And then I'll play Old Miser on occupation, because I'm guessing Montu is going to read stone food. Might take wood, but I'm guessing they're going to read stone food. So this is actually working out surprisingly well. It's not too common that you can get there's my Old Miser. Wood collector just gives me 1 wood per round for 5 rounds. And then there's my Old Miser. So it reduces your points from family members by 5 in this game, but it saves me at least 2 food per harvest for the whole game, so I don't know. I think it's probably going to be worthwhile. In a game where I'm going to try to go for everything a little bit. So hut builder here for Montu. So we're always sad with expert builder to see people... We're always sad to see people build ways of making rooms without paying building resources. So hopefully we don't see too many more cards like Hut Builder. Toolden playing, minor improvement baking tray. Yeah, this pretty much confirms that we're going to see an engineering play from Toolden in my mind. And it could be really problematic because he's got a bunch of miners he wants to play, and if he keeps spamming start player, that's going to be a problem for my game. Especially if I don't get 2 read here. If I don't get 2 read here, I'm in a bit of trouble. I think I might, because Montu is the only player who really likes 2 read, and Montu might go for something else, but Toolden plays. Okay, so not playing engineering, playing Godfather. Huh. That's surprising. Ruska goes for Reedstone Food. Yeah, so Montu might 4 wood, might 2 reed. Could do either. If I get 2 reed, I'm happy, because I'll 2 reed into build a room, no problem. Nope, Montu took the 2 reed. That's fine. We get 3 wood and 2 food. That's a pretty great action. Cannot complain about that. We could play Diplomat if it comes back to us. If Occupation comes back. Getting to Diplomat, Plow, and then Plow Sow in round 14 would be pretty good. That would definitely make playing Tuileries Garden worth it, I think. The other thing is I could play Casino Manager and get the 4 wood out of it. And then I could actually fence like really early. For a big pasture land. But I need to build rooms, so what should I do here? Thing is, I don't care about 4 food traveling players or 4 food fishing. Like, I'd rather just eat with my mushroom collector. So I'm gonna play an occupation. The question is which occupation. I can play Casino Manager here, or I can play Diplomat. And you know what? I'll play Casino Manager. I bet I'll still have time to play Diplomat later. So there's my Casino Manager, and I feed 2 with my old miser, saving me 2 food. And no one has built a room yet. Do they all know something I don't? That's like really surprising. Oh, he put a wood on Expert Builder. Okay, that works. I mean, I'm happy to take all the wood I can get with what I have in my hand. So interestingly, if I'm gonna fence really early, I could do like a good leftovers farm. Like if I fence, say I could fence and play an improvement in round 7, I could play leftovers, and then that would offset my old miser disadvantage. Maybe that's what I should be going for. 2 wood, 2 food. I'll keep doing that as long as I can. So getting enough stone in this game might be difficult. I will value 3 stone very highly in round 7. I'll value 2 reed very highly next round. So maybe I just fence with this next move. Fence 15. I could do that and then play. There's Social Climber for Toolden. So yeah, not an engineering play. So interestingly, Godfather is not guaranteed to proc on Reno next to Family Growth. There's a very high chance of it, but if this is Reno, if this was Reno, this was Stone, and this was Family Growth, basically if they're separated by the stone space, it doesn't work. But since Godfather is guaranteed to be beside Family Growth, then there's a very good chance he gets to proc it every time. Yeah, I think we're going to go for all our fences. And will I go for 15 fences? You know what? No, I don't. I'm not likely to get leftovers out before the next harvest, so I think just 15 like this is fine. And family growth comes around 7. Wow. So we'll 2 reed into 3 wood, I think. Toolden builds the well. Let's see. Play-ag wells in chat. Actually, this is kind of brutal for Godfather this early. I don't mind Godfather around Plow Sow because Family Growth Without Room is also very good. And the 2 round 10 actions are usually pretty good, especially if it's beside cattle. But people are not really going to fence all that often. So having Family Growth be beside fence is kind of sad. And you can only reno twice in the game. So you can only ever proc Godfather twice off of this Family Growth action. Unless you're going to... well, 3 times potentially with fencing, but obviously he's renoing now, so he's not going to again. No, we're going to take reed before we take the wood. Most definitely. The other thing to note, Family Growth is going to be contested for the entire game. Because there's a bunch of us with reason to build big houses. Yeah, Toolden having played Godfather and having to take 1 grain is pretty sad. But, I mean, it's a 5 food action, so it's not awful. One thing I'd like to do, I'd like to hold on to pole barns as long as I can. Because it's a card that with Casino Manager in play could easily flood around the board. And I don't want that to be the case. Montu is start player bounty here. This is interesting. He didn't need to. I get to build ahead of him now. That seems like it was a mistake. Yeah, that seems like it was a mistake. Because I take 3 wood now, and then I pick up a wood from Woodcutter and I build a room. And in fact, I can even mushroom collect here. Let's leave a wood behind and get 2. Because I pick up a wood and then I pick up a wood from Expert Builder. Yeah, because Montu should be setting up to build ahead of me in round 8. Grow ahead of me in round 8. But not doing that. Well, I'll take wood here, and then I get a wood from Expert Builder. And I'll put a reed there. And build a room. Wood from Builder, reed to Builder. And then my second action can be mushroom collecting, or it can be 3 stone, or it can be occupation diplomat. I would like stone, actually. Yeah, Montu Yeah. Montu's like, I am so stupid. Yeah. I don't know what he was thinking. Oh, officer for Tulden. Okay. So this was a first pick officer. So what was in that fourth pile that I had? Good for Tulden. Really good for Tulden. So that's kind of the payoff that's now gonna power out. Like he's gonna get to grow. Yeah, Tulden's gonna have a really powerful game. We need to be afraid. Very afraid. Need to be very, very afraid. And then crib for Maruska. So I imagine Maruska probably has Chief. It's probably what we're gonna see is we're gonna see wealthiest European and then Chief. The 3 stone came around, so we will absolutely take the stone. As much as it would be great to play Diplomat, playing Tuileries Garden on Family Growth round 8, oh, that's gonna be really good. That's gonna be really good. And then we feed 2. And then Tilden Renault Clay Oven. Makes sense. Makes total sense. So far, Old Miser has given me 4 food. Now, it did cost the food. Okay, Montu is first action building here. I guess if he doesn't, then Maruska can build. So I would have liked to have played Tuileries Garden here, but it's not an option. So we'll just play leftovers here. So leftovers is going to basically offset my Old Miser. And it's going to make it so that Old Miser is only saving me a food per round for the rest of the way. Or a food per harvest for the rest of the way. Well, it'll save me more as I grow my family more. Like, it saved me 2 food per harvest so far. This next harvest, it'll only save me... Oh, you know what? It'll save me 2 food per harvest. For the... Yeah, and then as I grow my family more, it'll save me even more. Maruska start player keys. And Montu is unhappy. Justifiably so. But yeah, Keys was in the draft. Something you gotta keep in mind. And Montu plays Guildmaster. I should probably just do some... So Montu put wood on the expert builder. So I'll probably just take mushroom collect here. I assume Tulden is going to occupation Mason's Apprentice at some point. I need to get a second read eventually. We'll see what Tulden puts on the expert builder. I assume they would put stone, because the stone will not be useful to me for the longest time, but... For the longest time. Whoa. Classic a cappella men's group song. Maruska with engineering. Well, that's fun. That's very fun. So Maruska took the no occupation cards. Gonna build a clay room. So he'll probably put a clay out for me. And then we're going to see him play Wealthiest European. And probably Wealthiest European for a ton of wood, I would assume. So I'm going to take 3 sheep next round. What else am I going to do? Three sheep, probably mushroom collect again. Maybe I should try to get my Tuileries garden out. Mariska, start family grow simple fireplace. Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. Montu's going up to 5 rooms. I forgot about Hut Builder. It's a 5-room play for Montu. Oh, I see Bounty plus Guildmaster and Stonecutter. That's fun. Kind of wondered about that. That's fun. We'll first action take the sheep because we don't want to give Maruska the breeding pair. Montu playing Spinny. That's kind of annoying for me because my wood grabs are not as efficient. But, I mean, I've already got all my fencing done, so I think it's fine. So I should plan on start player into build room next round. So if I'm going to do that, I should take 3 reed here. Take reed and take wood. Yeah, because I'm going to need 6 wood. No, I'm going to need 5 wood because I can take 1 from the expert builder. It also, is it going to be the last time I build a room? It might be. Might be the last time I build a room. And if it is, then I should build a stable as well. Montu gets the reed. It's a little bit of a problem, but we'll take the wood first. Foreign labor for Toulden. It's like guest, but even better. Because guest is normally 2 food for a guest next round and it's passing. This one you get it 3 times. But with the requirement that you're in a stone house. And as we expected, Toulden, Mason's Apprentice. So then I will read stone food here. It gets me my second read so I can start player into building a room. Don't believe anyone will be able to block. Toulden might stable block me. Here's the Wealthiest European coming out. So I have to imagine Maruska is going to build a 5th room with all the resources he's getting here. Yeah, that's definitely a 5th room. Look at that clay and stone. Grab our second reed. And then I feed 1, 2, 3, and then a food for leftovers. And then breed sheep. Three food and leftovers. Breed. Oh, Montu might first action start player. No. If he does, then Toulden builds, of course. Stone to expert builder. Sure. That works. That works. And then the rock pyramid activates as well. Nice. Very nice. Montu plays Plow Feast. Do I want to pay 2 food to plow a field? Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. FFI. Tooldin's not going to pay. Okay. Tooldin could stable block me here. Would I stable block me here? I probably would, but there is 6 wood available, and there's also the grain and 3 food. And yeah, I think we can gamble a little bit that we might get this back. And even if we don't, Tuileries Garden is coming back. Or we're playing Tuileries Garden, so I think this is worth it. Yeah, so if I get stable blocked, it's sad, but Montu says, what a nightmare. Well, round 7 family growth with all the aggressive reno plays that have been available. It's something else. When it's so stupid when I have no knowledge of stuff that destroys me. Oh, complaining about keys, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I saw keys. He got it 3rd pick, was it? I think keys is fine. I think taking it early is usually bad. Most of the time it does nothing. I don't think it's a big deal. So we'll build our room here. 5 wood and a wood off of here. And use a reed from Expert Builder. Put a reed back to Expert Builder. So plow is gone. I could take 2 boar if it comes back. Maruska might take 2 boar. I could also take wood. I disagree. It almost always allows what Maruska did. Yeah, I mean, how often? Apparently it is today, but it's not. It's not usually the case. And so if the card is not a problem 95% of the time, I think it's not a problem. Okay, the boar are gone. Um, so I'm gonna play pasture land. Or am I gonna play... I guess I'll play pasture land round 11, yeah. Yeah, okay, so I could take clay here. Don't really care for the clay that much, though. I could just take wood. Um, what do I need the wood for? Am I gonna build another room? I guess I am gonna build another room, aren't I? Yeah, because I want to build at least one stable, so building the last room seems to make sense. So if I'm gonna build another room, if it's in wood, I need wood. If it's in clay, I need clay. I only need a 4 clay grab to go to clay, so I think I can take wood here. Wood FF. Ruska has forest farmer. Nice. So I'm only gonna need to feed 3 food in the next harvest, plus my leftovers, so 4 food. So I can um, take wood one more time, probably. It's probably good enough for the feeding there. Um, do I play liquid manure or do I play pasture land? Am I gonna start player with my second action? Probably not. So I'll play pasture land. Probably I'll go for whoops, not stone. Probably I'll go for plow first. Although I have a feeling that plow's not going to come back to me. Maruska playing Forest Farmer is a little weird just because he needs a ton of wood to finish this game. Unless he's kind of giving up on Casino Manager. So start player Reed Pond here from Toolden. Makes a lot of sense. Reed Pond with Mason's Apprentice, really excellent. And Maruska going on Plow. Okay. Montu forgot about his room. So we'll take wood. I don't really see any reason to do anything else. We could take the reed, but we could also reed stone food. Yeah. Yeah, because the reedstone food is just as good as 2 reed. We don't need the second reed because we can keep doing what we've done with the expert builder. We can keep taking a reed and putting one back. So I need 4 more wood to round out this game. You know what? I might not need to build another stable. If I don't build another stable, then I can pole barns. Will that be enough? Like I'm wondering, is Mariska gonna hit 15 fences? Seems like no. Is Montu gonna hit 15 fences? Seems like no. Is Toulden gonna get 4 stables? Seems like no. So probably 5 family members, 15 fences, and 3 stables will be enough. That's my guess. So Toulden built the pottery, and then Montu built the basket maker's workshop. I guess we can remove the room now. I could take 4 clay. But I think reedstone food is fine. Yeah, and I don't need to take crops. I'll try to hit Tuileries Garden twice, and that'll be enough. If I do that once for grain, once for veg, that's fine. So then 3 food to feed plus 1 for leftovers. And then breed sheep. Old Miser is 1 less, right? Requires 1 food less, yeah. So I think putting sheep on build room is safe. I don't think anyone's going to go for fences for a little bit, or for stables for a little bit. Like, they need defense, so I think it should be safe dumping my pasture land animals onto build a room. But we can kind of wait and see what the round 12 card is. Hobby Farmer for Maruska. One nice thing about this game, even though there have been a lot of actions, it's been very quick. Toulden and Maruska in particular have played really quick with all their actions, which is nice for the rest of us. Makes it more pleasant to play. Maruska not letting anyone getting 2 cattle. Let's see what the round 12 card is. H to build. Family growth coming here is very interesting because it means Toulden has the choice between family growth and family growth without room. So it's a question of who else does he want to grow with him. So he's going to let Maruska grow with him. Now, Maruska might go for the wood. It's possible because he needs a ton of wood still, but in a game with Casino Manager and how contested family growth is, I don't see how he doesn't do family growth without room here. Oh, wow. That's unexpected. Okay, so family growth for Montu, and then I'll plow. And then hopefully 2 boar come back. So we'll take grain and sow it. Don't think there's too much of a difference between taking grain and taking vegetable here. Yeah, liquid manure might not even get played, so maybe we just take vegetable, sure. And then Toolden might take the 2 boar as well, is also possible. Toolden can Reno next round. Toolden can build again next round. So Matu has to be afraid of Maruska has to be afraid of Toolden doing some start player and building shenanigans. So the boar are gone. So I think I 3 wood into build. I think that's what I'm doing here. Assuming Montu doesn't 3 wood. Montu might 3 wood. Nope, playing start player. Okay, alright. Alright. Well, I'll build a room for sure. But first, Woodwood FF. Yeah, Diplomat might actually be really good this game. Like if I could second last action and then last action plow or plow sow, that'll probably be a good combination of points. I do need more food still. Maruska building a cooking hearth. I wonder if this is on Reno. Yeah, it is Reno. So that's good. That means that I can still get to stone. Assuming that either Montu or I Reno next round, that means we both can still get to stone, which is excellent. Now getting to stone, or getting me Renoing next round will be difficult, but it's not impossible. What would have to happen? I guess I could Diplomat Reno as well. Diplomat Reno to Reno twice in the last round. Because yeah, ideally I'd like a 4 clay action. Or a 3 clay action. Yeah, 3 clay action for 2 clay from my expert builder for 5 rooms. Montu builds the joinery. Sure. If I don't build here, I could take 2 stone next round and Reno. But I think I want to build the stable anyways. Yeah, okay. So stable and room. Read expert builder. Yeah, I'm not gonna get that. I'm not gonna get 3 more plow actions anyway. So cutting off my plow, I don't think is a problem. Getting to stone will be problematic, but I think we'll make it work. I can take clay twice next round. That is possible. I'm gonna have 4 actions. Or I could take clay here and then take clay next round. That's also possible. I could play Diplomat here. I think I can play Diplomat or I can take clay. Those are kind of my 2 options. I guess the stone on expert builder is dead if I don't get enough clay. Yeah, so let's use the stone from it. Because yeah, Toolden is totally going to build again and both the resources are useful. So yeah, we're going to take 1 clay, and then we'll take 2 clay next round, and then Reno. That works. That works. Bore on... Oh, wherever I put it, it's going to get taken. Oh, on Reno, I guess. Yeah, bore on Reno. Whoa. Interesting. Not what I expected. So we'll family growth, and we will play not pole barns. We can play liquid manure, or we can play cash crop. Cash crop doesn't look like it's going to be worth anything unless I get a sow action. Liquid manure works on Tuileries garden. So... Oh hey, I could play cash crop still, and Tuileries garden would work. But liquid manure gets me an extra crop as well, so I think liquid manure is fine. Because actually, the wording of Tuileries garden, I could sow on cash crop with the resource. It just says sow it. It doesn't say sow it on that space. It just says sow it. So we need 2 more food. No, we need 1 more food because we have a newborn. Okay, so we need 1 more food total, which is not hard to do. Tooled in resource on expert builder, please. This may be the most collective rooms I've ever seen. Yeah, this is crazy. Putting a read on expert builder, sure. That works. I can afford a plow action, and then I can still 2 clay into Reno. The problem with that is then I would end up having to eat something. I would end up having to feed like eat like a reed or a raw grain. So, as much as it hurts, I think we don't plow here. I think we take the 2 wood because it enables us to play pole barns. And there's like no way that well, he might get to 15 actually. How does he get to 15? He needs to take wood 1 more time. Yeah, because this is 11, and he can pay 3 to build 4. So it takes, if he takes wood 1 more time, yeah, that works. This is a weird game. This is a very weird game. The other thing is, if Montu is giving up on renovating, then we can double reno. And taking 3 stone probably guarantees our double reno. Yeah, we could do that. Because if we take 3 stone, how does Montu get enough stone to reno? There's like no way, right? Oh, I didn't highlight carrot harvester. Harvest 2 more vegetables, get 1 victory point. Cool. Yeah, so I don't see a way to Montu getting to stone if I take 3 stone here. Right? Like, I think that analysis is correct. And then I can still reno. No, I can't reno. What am I saying? Well, then I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I should be doing then. Could maybe occupation diplomat with my last move. Well, the nice thing is then I can take 4 clay. Is 4 clay enough? No, 4 clay is not enough. So I have 2 reed here. I have enough stone. What could I do? I could play diplomat here. Diplomat enables plow and plow sow, which will activate my liquid manure each time. And then what would my other 3 moves be? Clay, reno. I think that works. Clay, reno, yeah. And then I get cattle from my pasture land. Pole barns I can play on reno. Oh, the issue then is feeding. I don't have a feeding action. I would like to build the fireplace if I could. If I could build the fireplace... Yeah, no, the 2 clay fireplace is not available. Someone would have to upgrade to it. And who has it? Who has the 2 clay fireplace? Maruska does. And Maruska's not going to upgrade. He already built the cooking hearth. He already has a cooking hearth. Okay, so I can't eat my sheep. That would be good if I could eat my sheep, but I can't. I need to think here. So that means I need an action that gets me food next round. Ideally, I would like it to be better than just taking like 3 food fishing. Here's a question. Is Toolden going to build another room? If Toolden builds another room, then I might get another... No, he's not going to give me another. He'll keep giving me reed, of course. Sorry. Planning out my last 6 moves. I think both my reno actions are safe. I could wait and take another clay. If I took an extra clay, then I could eat all my sheep. So I could take clay twice. That's probably the most efficient way for me to feed, is to eat all my sheep. I guess stone carver is not a bad way to eat as well. Stone carver twice. Is stone carver better? It's 5 food versus the fireplace. The problem with doing the fireplace play is I don't have time for 2 different renos. Because I can't reno here. I'm going to get reno and reno fence. I could read stone food. Actually, you know what? I think I'll just play... I could just play stone carver here. Yeah, I don't see a better way to feed, actually. Which is kind of sad. Alright, we'll play Stone Carver. And then 2 food and a stone. And then all the stone spaces are now 3 food, which is something. Two food, stone for feed 4 and leftovers. Who's got the pottery? Toolden does. So I have to weigh the possibility that Toolden takes 4 clay to block me from getting the Reno. Harvest that. Yeah, I think no, on plow 1 field I think is good. Go plow. So Montu says riskier than Reno, but okay. I might not get on Reno, Montu, which they might not have realized. There's a chance that I get blocked off of that. So I'll take a grain, sow it, +1 with my liquid manure. Toolden resource to EB. Keeps forgetting. Family growth. Makes sense. Let's read. Yep, makes sense. Yeah, so unless someone builds a stone room, which looks very unlikely, I have to take 1 stone, which is fine. Taking a stone is fine. It's a 3 food action. It's as good as fishing. Yeah. We'll take clay to be safe. So now we have our 2 Reno actions set up. One of them is Reno pole barns. The other is something that gets me food, so reedstone food. Yeah, unfortunately I'm not going to get the diplomat into play, which is too bad. Would have been good. Yeah, I think I had a pretty nice game. I think though Toolden's game is too strong. Like I'm just not going to be able to compete with all these majors. Stone oven, well, pottery, reed pond, apple tree, clay oven. Yeah, just too many major improvements. He doesn't get the casino manager bonus, but I only barely get it. I only get it for 2 points because 1 goes against the old miser. And then leftovers just totally counteracts old miser. I have nice sheet points. I don't have any negatives aside from old miser. but just not quite enough. Not quite enough, I don't think. Well, the fact that I'm... Oh, you know what? I am getting to stone. I will have a negative space. I kind of am forgetting that I'm getting to stone. I'm looking at my 5-room wood house and thinking, ugly. But you know what? I am getting to... And he's a family member behind me. Although, the family members are not as good, of course, with Old Miser for me. Yeah, if someone has, like, Constable or whatever, that will be really bad. But who's playing Constable at this point? Like, no one has it. I think what you could maybe say is that I should have been more greedy with my casino manager. I should have recognized earlier that nobody else is going to get 4 stables built and 15 fences. So that maybe I did not need to take wood as much as I did. And then instead of taking wood, I could have made other plays. Just in case Maruska decides to return. If he returns the fireplace, it's probably worth it for me to build. Actually, no, it's definitely not worth it for me to build it. Pole barns is still way better. Yeah, Maruska does have Chief, which we figured. And then Reno. Pole barns. Take. We'll go like that. Just in case Constable does get played. 3 food S. 3 food S for feed 5 and leftovers. Breed the sheep once more. And okay, so we have our final score plus... Oh, I forgot to red out a stone. Whoops. So we have our final score plus 2. So whatever that is. It'll be okay, but not amazing. Yeah, 47 only. Oh man, Tulden's at 55 already. Yikes. Yeah, Tulden's game was just too efficient. Man, if only I'd first picked Social Climber. Thing is, Social Climber doesn't really have a chance to win in a casino manager game. It's like pretty crazy that it's like pretty crazy the way this game worked out. Yeah, I just don't have enough points from like anything really. The Old Miser penalty is significant. It did let me feed with Mushroom Collector, which was nice. I think we were just never beating this. We were just never beating this. Social Climber, Officer, Mason's Apprentice, Master Fencer. Yeah, really ridiculous Stonehouse game. Just too many support cards. I could have hate drafted more of them, but if I'm the only one doing it, then, you know, I can't win against the others. The fact that it was Reno before Family Growth, that was huge. For Officer, that's monstrous. and with foreign labor, he had like as many actions as, Maruska, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, so Montu ends with 31, and then Maruska at 49, I think, and then I had 47, and then Toulden's like 57. So, yeah, tough spot. I think we were a tough spot being after Toulden here, or being after Montu, because Montu's game kind of fell apart a little bit. If we could have got, so like, where are more points? So another field and another 2 sows are like another 7-8 points, because the stable goes inside, and then each of the sow actions is worth 2, so it's all 6, I guess. It's worth about 6, I guess. Yeah. So I think even like the absolute best case scenario for my game, I can only hit about 53. Maybe I should play Stone Carver earlier, and then I can Stone Carve a bit more rather than taking wood. Maybe I could do that. Yeah. Mariska managing 49 with his fencing the way it is pretty good. I guess it's the power of Chief, eh? But yeah, just so many Stonehouse cards. Rock Pyramid, Foreign Labor, Reed Pond, Social Climber, Officer, Mason's Apprentice, Master Fencer. Yeah, he just got all the Runner to a Stonehouse stuff. Very, very good. Like, Mason's Apprentice is sometimes like one of those cards that you want to first pick and then build around, but you get no support for it. And then it didn't get drafted in this game. And in fact, I think with Casino Manager, you generally don't want to play a Mason's Apprentice game. Well, Mason's Apprentice, you don't spend as much on stone, but you don't get to grow as much. And usually, because you grow later, it's hard to get the Casino Manager bonus because you just don't ever get enough wood. Like, I guess I could have taken Casino Manager. I could have taken Social Climber, and then when I see Master Fencer, I take Master Fencer, and then when I see Social Climber, I take Social Climber. Or then when I see Mason's Apprentice, I take that. So let's look at Toulden's draft really quick. When did he pick what? Did he open Officer and Mason's Apprentice? 336008. Guess we'll look at my draft really quick. So Casino Manager 4.1 over Social Climber 3.4. I think that's fine. Wood Collector. So again, Wood Collector is a top power card. It's probably a little weaker than Chief because Chief is drafted like 0.8 spots earlier, and their powers are very comparable. So it looks like Chief is a bit more powerful card. But just in terms of pure power score, Wood Collector is higher. The thing to remember, power factors in the draft position. So power is trying to tell you the impact of the card relative to where it's taken. And the impact of taking Wood Collector at 3.3 is higher than the power of taking Chief at 2.5. But if you took them both evenly, then Chief would have a higher strength. And in this case, of course, I'm having to pick them evenly, right? I'm having to choose Chief or Wood Collector, so I can pick the more impactful card. So Expert Builder, this pile was quite weak. I'm not really sure. Like, I could have maybe taken Mushroom Collector first, but like until I see Old Miser. Yeah, so I took Old Miser here. I know its power is bad. I don't know, it did a lot for me that game. Like, it let me ignore building traditional feeding. And it helped me spam my occupations in stage 1, which I wanted to do. I don't know. I think the card is better. Like, a 5-point demerit is significant. For sure. But it saved me a ton of food. Stone carver, sure. So I took pole barns here, power 2.2 compared to reed pond. So I think we could probably say that was a mistake. I first picked casino manager, and if I knew the powers of all these cards, and I knew that my opponents were going to pick based on power, I can let pole barns come all the way around. Yeah, because nobody else knows about casino manager. So I think that probably was a mistake. I should have taken reed pond. Especially because I do, if I'm gonna wood collector, or if I'm gonna keep mushroom collecting, then I need reed, and reed pond helps with that. Then I took leftovers over expansion plans. I'm amazed that expansion plans did not get taken. Crazy. Leftovers. I like leftovers. I think it did well. Twiller's garden, yeah. Cash crop, yep. Yeah. So I think probably this was a mistake, my minor one pick. Oh, and then let's look at tooled ins. So first pick officer with Mason's Apprentice in the pack. That's a gamble, but even if you don't get Mason's Apprentice back, you probably get Indentured Servant back, which you'd be okay with playing those two in combination. Guildmaster went third. Interesting. Hobby Farmer second. Yeah. And then Social Climber. Sure. What you really want, Mason's Apprentice wants Wealthiest European. That's what you're really looking for, that combination. Diligent Farmer over Chief. Yeah, that was probably a mistake, actually. Well, no, I mean, Officer Social Climber, you might not even build any stone rooms, so I don't know how you say that's a mistake. It's not a mistake until you get Mason's Apprentice back, which you probably should not assume that Mason's Apprentice is coming back. But of course it does. And then you get Master Fencer back. What was in that third pack? Got Diligent Farmer over Master Fencer. Yeah, I guess Diligent Farmer builds a room. And then he first picked Apple Tree here. Wow, that's random. Over Engineering? That's really random. I mean, with Social Climber, sure, but like Engineering can get you that stone out that much faster. And then Reed Pond, yeah. Rock Pyramid. Yeah, Rock Pyramid expansion plans. You can go between the two of them. I guess with Reed Pond and Mason's Apprentice, Rock Pyramid makes more sense. And then getting Foreign Labor fourth, yeah. Yeah, he just got like all the support that he needed for that play, which worked out well. Big game. Anyways, that's going to be all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I will stream. I might stream later today. I don't know. I might stream. Yeah, I might. If I'm feeling in like 3 hours, I might boot up the stream again. Or I might not. I need to go shopping. I need to do errands. Yeah, probably not. I'll stream on Saturday, most likely. Saturday during the day. And if I don't stream Saturday, I'll definitely stream Sunday. So, alright. I'll see you guys then.